that a constitution is very, very important. When you talk about a constitution, it's very, very important. So, we are saying today that a constitution is the supreme law of the land, and it is also the supreme law of any country considered as binding on each and every person. So we need to understand the importance of the constitution. Before you continue, I emphasize our customer Farouk of Uganda's idea. No one is coming. No one is what? The government is busy. Your clan is busy. Even your friends are busy. So it's upon you to liberate your what? Yourself. So we are saying the constitution promotes the sovereignty of the people in their country, since it spells out various institutions of governance and the administration of resources. So it promotes the sovereignty of the people in their country. In other words, it indicates issues concerning about the country. Very important. It makes it possible for the government to be changed peacefully and in an orderly way, like elections. A constitution makes it possible for the government to be changed in an orderly way, like in elections. Like a constitution provides an alternative that if the 5 years are over, for example in Uganda, we need to organize new what? Elections. So it is the constitution that makes it possible to change the government peacefully. It provides a country with a vision by specifying the political and government system to be followed. So it provides a country with a vision. In other words, it indicates how issues are supposed to be done in the country. Then it specifies the degree of power sharing between central and local government. It indicates how there is supposed to be power sharing between the central government and the local what? Government. There must be what you call power what? Sharing. Where I can say the local government has its power, even the central government has its power. But all of this is done, and is done by the Constitution. Then it provides answers to different questions, and this is done by amending or providing constitutional amendments. It provides answers. If you want to change the Constitution, the Constitution indicates on how you have to change the Constitution and what you are supposed to do when you are changing the Constitution. It promotes democracy and stability of the country. It promotes democracy and stability of the country. In other words, it promotes democracy and stability of the what? Of the country. It is the Constitution that promotes democracy and stability of the country. Because people tend to know that if I need leadership, I need to use the Constitution to become a leader in the country. It protects and promotes fundamental human rights. We are saying today, the Constitution protects and promotes fundamental human rights, like the right to live. The Constitution provides answers to this. You are not supposed to just kill people just like that. So it is the Constitution that provides answers to this. It formalizes and regulates the relationship between organs of government. So we believe by this time it formalizes and regulates the relationship between the organs of the government and provides the mechanism through which conflict can be resolved. So we are saying the Constitution is very, very important, my friend. So we need to honor the Constitution. It legitimizes regimes in the constitutional development. In other words, it is the constitution that legitimizes regimes. That the regime is legitimized. The regime is accepted by law using a what? A constitution. Because a constitution indicates how a leader is chosen. So we are saying the constitution is very important. It enhances national unity by binding people together. It enhances national unity by binding people together. In other words, it makes people to be together. So we need to understand that the Constitution brings people together. It establishes the foundation of legal authority of government, which the citizens of the country can make individual contributions. In other words, it allows the government to make laws. It is the Constitution that allows the government to make laws. So we are saying a constitution is very, very important as a legal document, and it must be followed. It provides a recipe for efficient government as it deals with the limitations of the country can make to individual contribution. So it provides a recipe for an efficient government. So we are saying today, a constitution provides a recipe for an efficient government. So we are saying today, a constitution is very, very important and should be honored and should be followed. So you need to understand the constitution. You need to understand in this kind of arrangement the importance of the constitution. The importance of the constitution. In other words, the constitution is very, very important.